impatient, spoiled, egotistical. What if I told you that this description applies to everyone in this room? In fact, these are all words used to describe millennials, Americans born between 1982 and 2002. We're the largest generation since baby boomers, and our entry into the workforce is causing companies to change the way they deal with their employees and how they run their businesses. As a member of this generation, I feel it's important to know how our employees view us and what they expect from us. Today I'll discuss what shaped this generation, some of the positive and negative characteristics commonly associated with these young people, especially in the context of job performance, and how companies are adapting to an influence of this new breed of worker. First, I'll examine some of the cultural patterns that influence the development of the millennials. We grew up during a time when society placed a greater emphasis on the value of children. More kid-themed TV shows, movies, and consumer products were released. And according to the 2003 book, Millennials Go to College, this generation was marketed to more than any previous generation and also held more purchasing power. Another unique circumstance of millennials' upbringing was that technology has always been an integral part of our lives. We grew up during the height of the information age. We've always been used to having information at our fingertips using the internet, and we've come to expect frequent, often instant communication using cell phones, text messaging, social networking, and the internet. Finally, millennials were also profoundly affected by society's tendency to coddle this generation. This is best exemplified by the emergence of helicopter parents. These are parents who oversaw nearly every aspect of their children's lives and often dictated what the children did. There was also, in the 1980s, a self-esteem movement designed to encourage American youth to be self-confident. Organizations like Little League began giving out trophies to every child, hoping to boost their confidence, regardless of their abilities. Also, popular programs like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood repeatedly preached to every child that they're special. Now I'll address how millennials' upbringing has led to some generational traits that employers find alarming. They tend to be impatient. They expect to be promoted after shorter periods on the job, and they're quick to quit their jobs if they're feeling unsatisfied or underappreciated. Some managers even say that they're egotistical, and in fact they are less willing than older workers to compromise their personal needs in the interest of their employer. They're more likely to turn down overtime requests, and a study by Employment Relations Today found that they seek more feedback and praise than other workers. But along with these less desirable traits, millennials have a unique skill set that employers find worth recruiting. They're more educated. Data from the Pew Research Center indicates that 54% of this generation have had at least some college education, and that's a record number. They also tend to work well in groups as a result of participating in more group activities during their childhood. Finally, they are skilled multitaskers as a result of growing up using technology throughout their lives. Many businesses and their human resource departments are working to adapt to this generation's unique attitudes and abilities. Prominent companies like Disney, Merrill Lynch, Ernst & Young have hired human resources consultants to help them manage and utilize this new generation. Stan Smith, who is a national director for accounting firm Deloitte, went as far as retraining his entire management team in order to help them deal with repeated requests for flexibility from millennials. One example of a company that has went very far with this mission has created a very flexible yet productive corporate culture is Zappos online shoe retailer. They've created a workplace that caters to these millennials' wishes. As you can see, millennials are a distinct generation whose entry into the workforce has great implications for our country. Companies are adapting to the unconventional styles of these employees and hope to take advantage of their abilities. So next time you're on a job interview, remember that your employer may be just as worried about satisfying your needs as you are about satisfying theirs.